following is a presentation of TNT Sports.
2-point lead, here we go. Down to 3, down to 2. Newman from 3 for the winner, and that's it. Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
More in store. The world is a stage. The stage is a world of entertainment.
Along with Michael Jordan and Hubie Brown, this is Bob Neal from the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden. This is big, and nobody does big like New York City. Madison Square Garden, the Chicago Bulls, and the New York Knicks. It's the magical, mystical Jordan Road Tour, 1995. The Bulls are 2-2 since his return, and one of the most asked questions in America, most often asked, is how is Michael doing? How is his return? Is he as good now as he was before?
Well, I think you have to look at it this way, Bob. He's only a few ticks away in each category from his career stats. Now, right there, you see for 9 years, you know, the minutes, the shot attempts, the foul shot attempts, and his percentages. Now, look, 39 minutes equal 24 shot attempts. Sure, the shooting percentage is down 39%. The reason his legs are not there. The foul shot attempts, getting to the line 7, is fantastic when you consider how long he's been away. The foul shooting will definitely improve. 2 other stats. In his career, 6 rebounds, 6 assists per game. He's right at 4.5 each. Not bad for a guy who's been away.
Not only is this Michael comes to New York, but this happens to be also a crucial time and a crucial game in the Eastern Conference, Hubie. If it started today, the playoffs, it would be the Knicks and Bulls.
Well, as you look at the Knicks in the 3 spot with 23 losses, they're only 3 games ahead of Charlotte. Now, as you drop down, Cleveland is only 3 games ahead of Chicago on the loss side. Anything can happen, but this is a twofer in regards to New York and Chicago.
Now, there's a lot of stories in this game, but quickly headline them for us.
Well, the way I look at it, this is a half-court, nasty defensive series. If you get 100, what happens? You win the lottery. Let's look at the matchups. Starks plays Jordan better than anyone, even better than Joe Dumars over the last 4 years. Then at small forward, Pippen, the great creator and also leading rebounder at 8 a game. Can Mason, Bonner, and Smith match up? Pat Riley is nervous about Charles Oakley playing Kukoc in the open floor, and we haven't even touched on Patrick Ewing and Chicago's centers by committee.
Oh my, Michael is back. We'll have the tip-off in just a moment. Is he back? How about Game 5? Game 4 was in Atlanta. Time running down. The buzzer beater. The answer is yes, I'm back. Bob Neal, Hubie Brown with you back at Madison Square Garden. Hubie, let's take a look at the starting matchups for tonight's ball game.
Well, the Pippen and Bonner, and then by committee, Smith and Mason, should really be an outstanding matchup, along with the Jordan Starks.
Now let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Bob, prior to his premature retirement, nobody guarded Michael Jordan straight up better than John Starks. He would use not only one, but both hands to check him on the perimeter and to push and shove him in the paint. The rules are a little different now. However, Starks told me moments ago the Knicks still plan to have him go one-on-one. No double teaming. He wasn't intimidated before, and he's not now, and he says he's eager for the challenge. Bob?
Moments away from tip-off, there is John Starks. He's been a little bit of a slump lately offensively, but he does play Michael Jordan very well. Not only that, but Patrick Ewing, of course, playing against the center by committee for the Chicago Bulls, who will be Will Perdue, Luke Longley, and Bill Wennington. And of course, Tony Kukoc starting at the power forward spot, and he'll be dealing with Charles Oakley. And there is number 45, in case you haven't heard it already. Jordan wore that number in junior high, wore it as he went to baseball for 18 months, and has returned with 45 because number 23 is retired and hanging above the rafters at the new United Center in Chicago. So Michael comes back to New York City. He loves playing in this gym.
Well, this place brings it out of you. And that's why we brought at the top that this is a nasty defensive series. Both teams do not like one another. Their styles of play are methodical. One is a low post power game, New York Knicks relying on 17 three-point shots a game. And the other one is the famous triangle offense.
Ewing wins the tip with Perdue. Charles Oakley matched up against Pippen early. Perdue got a piece of that. Perdue with a block on Ewing early in the game. Kukoc on the run. Jordan, 15-footer. Look out.
With Charles Oakley responsible for crashing the offensive boards, Kukoc is going to have an opportunity to get out on the break, providing other people rebounds.
Scottie Pippen knocked that out of play. Pippen leads the NBA in steals, and we know that Michael Jordan one time was the best defensive player in the NBA. Starks loses Jordan, speaking of defense, and hits it from a corner. That's tied at 2.
Now that's big, because in the last 4 games, Starks is shooting 24% from the field and 24% in threes. I like this. Post up Starks, force them to double team.
Illegal defense called against the Knicks.
The rule is that once you break the foul line, to help, you must go all the way and double team quickly the player with the basketball.
Opening minute of play from Madison Square Garden, tied at 2. Jordan's return to New York City. These two teams could be matched up in the first rounds of the playoffs. Jordan is 2 for 2 to start this game. Remember, he's coming off the game-winning shot and 32 points against Atlanta on Saturday night. Quickly back, Bonner. Out of bounds, Bulls ball.
Never leave your feet unless you're going to shoot the ball first. Bonner left his feet to make a fancy pass. They took away the passing lane, turnover.
Scottie Pippen handling, B.J. Armstrong, Tony Kukoc, Will Perdue, and Jordan, the starters for Atlanta. Fronting Jordan this time is Starks. Kukoc on the drive. Oakley got it away from him. And now Ewing, troubled by Kukoc. Knicks come back down 2.
Now, if you notice early, there's a lot of bumping going on and no calls.
Perdue caused Patrick Ewing to change that shot. The ball will belong to the Knicks.
Oh, I like Perdue. Purdue's having an outstanding season, Bob. Is improved in minutes, points, rebounding, and also shot blocking. Doing an excellent job.
Of course, the ball went to the Bulls. Pippen defended one-on-one by Bonner. Clear the floor. Up and under. Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen is murder. He's first in all of the major categories for the Bulls, and he's in the top 10 in 2 categories. Now, right now, I like this. The Bulls are trapping, and the reason is that Pippen is matched up with Oakley, and he can get back to Oakley.
Ewing this time a 10-footer over Will Perdue. Patrick with his first basket of the night. Bulls 6, Knicks 4, 9:47 to go, first quarter. Jordan isolated against Starks.
Yeah, I like that. They send the 2 guys through, leaving Jordan one-on-one with Starks. Now he can get that shot at will.
Jordan's first miss of the night, hit his first 2 jumpers coming out. He has 4 of the Bulls' 6 points. Pippen has the other one. Bonner starting in place of Anthony Mason, who was suspended for 5 games by Pat Riley. Mason is back now. Perdue getting around Ewing and is whistled for the early foul. And that's something we talked about earlier when Bill Cartwright was playing center for the Knicks. He had more leeway to push Patrick Ewing around.
Well, they missed Cartwright and Grant from the defensive end of the floor. They had the liberty of moving defensive people around, and incidental contact was never called.
Scottie Pippen with the personal foul on Charles Oakley, who would have been open for the layup otherwise. Oakley, of course, a former Bull.
Now, Scottie is matched up with Oakley. Now, Oakley is usually at the top of the circle. Anytime the ball goes into the post, Oakley is going right